With those considerations and challenges in mind, the board recently passed the draft 2004 budget. You can see from that far column there, we actually cut spending this year by $23,000. Part of our challenge is, again, you'll see at the bottom a drop in community support. That's the OPG contract that hasn't been signed yet. Part of the other challenge too, or goal that the board has been trying to move is, if you look right at the very bottom there, at minus $21,000. As I pointed out earlier to you, the Conservation Authority has typically relied heavily upon a contribution from reserves to balance our books. Our current unrestricted reserve situation is about 10% of what it should be, and I think all of you appreciate that. For any business or government organization, you like to keep your reserves somewhere between 25 and 33%. So our board is in a respectful fashion been trying to wean us from that reliance on reserves. As a result, we've come forward with a request of $78,940 to help us in this year's budget. If you compare that against the levy request for last year, we're looking at 7% this year, or if you look across the entire watershed to the 102,000 constituents, we're essentially looking at 2.1% or 77 cents, 81 cents a constituent. I guess the other thing I'd really like to point out, when you look at this last number here, subtotal municipal levy, 32%. The average conservation authority in Ontario gets 50% of their funding from their municipal partners. I can tell you, certainly, this conservation authority for many years has prided itself in being able to work hard to generate self-generate revenues and keep the pressure on the local taxpayer down as much as we can. So,
Mr. Evanitzky, do you need much more time? It's 15 minutes.
Okay. Just one last slide there, Mr. Chairman. For Norfolk County, just want to point out, in real dollars, what we're looking for on a $3.7 million budget this year, we're looking for $43,000. I can tell you, you know, the question might come forward, what has Norfolk County received for the 13,000 additional dollars that they invested in us last year? And I can tell you one project right off the bat is the Norfolk Trails Initiative that we partnered with you, and we were able to bring forward a Trillium application on behalf of Norfolk County that brought in $54,000, $2,000 that the Conservation Authority was able to use for administration fees, $52,000 for Norfolk County. Just that one project alone. A project that doesn't happen without our charitable status.
Thank you. Ready for questions?
Sure.
Councillor Black.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and good to see you, Cliff. I haven't seen you for a while, and just like to say that certainly I do appreciate the services of LPRCA, and you do have some very fine employees there, including yourself. And I know I shouldn't name people, but you know, guys like Dave Holmes and Paul Gagnon, just excellent employees, and I hope they don't plan on retiring anytime soon. Just on the, you know, there's always negative on your emerald ash borer, but I got to tell you, and not to make light of that situation, but it's certainly helping me out this year because it's great firewood. So all of that wood is being put to use, and it's keeping me and my family warm. So I would like to, I know over the years looking at your budget here, and you put me to work because I had to figure out, and I'm looking at just the Norfolk County increases from 2010, and it looks like there's been about 17,000, 17,000, 16,000, and now this year 43,670, which equals about, according to my math, about a 7.34% increase, which that's what concerns me, is that high increase. And I'm just wondering if you have looked at well, some things. I don't know how the new administration building is working out. And I know just as I left, we're just moving into that. And has that become a burden at all, or how does it stack up to Hay Creek in terms of expenses?
Great. Through you, Mr. Chairman, to the member. As far as, yeah, I mean, comparing it, it's really not fair to compare. It's really an apple and an orange because you're going from a 3,000 square foot facility to one with 16,000 square feet. I can tell you that it's been a very positive move because certainly the one thing is that aside from having better working conditions, it also afforded us extra space to rent out to the SCORE team, which I'll tell you their goals and projects and AcDev activities often dovetail with some of the activities that we have. So it's been great not only having that financial revenue, but having that working relationship there. As well as you probably know, we also lease space out to the tobacco board on the south end of the building, and that's been an excellent revenue generator. And I guess really from a service delivery point of view, we have a number of farmers that come in to get their contracts with the tobacco board and then come over to see Paul Gagnon to get their tree orders in. So it's sort of one-stop shopping. So it's been very positive that way.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, maybe we could cut a deal with the LPRCA and in lieu of supporting the 7.34%, you could take over the Quants Dam over on the Lynn River. Is it, it's funny. I just thought that might be a point of negotiation on this. Have you ever considered that?
No, but through you, Mr. Chair, to the members, we work with Norfolk County staff daily. In fact, I would say half